Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to you all! It's good to have you here! Merry Christmas! Could you believe it? Today is Christmas. Wow. God has been good. God has been faithful. Remember, Jesus is always the reason for the season, isn't it? And it's just amazing to see that we have almost come to the end of the year. God is really great. Anyways, you're welcome to my channel once again. My name is Gloria. If you're new here, you're welcome to RIA'S. For my newcomers, you're absolutely welcome. And for my returning viewers, God bless you all. Let's just run into our topic for today. Look at my shirt. Do you like it? Merry Christmas and Gloria. I hope it's even showing. Okay, so this is literally my third Christmas being a mom, 2019, 2020, 2021, and I am super grateful. Third Christmas being a mom, but first Christmas being a mom of two. And honestly, I just feel that because it's a beautiful time for us to celebrate, you know, joy, giving, love, and happiness, I felt I should talk about some of the things, like my first thoughts, some of the first thoughts that I had being a mom. Remember, Jesus was born in this season, okay? Mary became a mom in this season. What were those thoughts that I had, you know, when I just became a mom? All right, my first thoughts. For all latest mom, I celebrate you all. For those of you that are celebrating your first Christmas as a mother, God bless you. And for those of you still expecting, sorry, you missed Christmas. So I'll be wishing you Happy New Year when baby is gonna come, okay? All right, so number one. When I was leaving the hospital, literally, I knew I was going to go home, right? I know I'm taking myself and my husband is going home. But it almost never really dawned on me that this child is coming up with me. So when I was packing myself, and I saw that I have to take this baby with me, I'm like, really? Is he going with me? Like, am I taking him home? I hope I'm not going to forget him in the car, like do maybe. Honestly, that crossed my mind. I was like, am I going to forget this baby? Are you sure? I never really grasped what motherhood was, you know, until the baby popped out and I was leaving the hospital. Then it dawned on me, like, this is yours. Take him. Is yours. Yeah, so that was one of the first things that popped into my head. Secondly, so you know, as a single, when you are not a mom and you're carrying the baby, if the baby cries, what do? You take the baby to the mom and magically the baby stops. Okay, so now I still had that mentality. So the first thought that came to my head was wait, if this baby cries now, everybody's gonna give the baby back to me. What would I do with the baby? I was like, oh my goodness, this is reality.com. But when my son cried then, it meant they will have to give this baby to me. What do I do with him? Obviously, I was on the path of always giving babies back to their mom, but now people are literally giving me this child back. Like, he's crying, take. And literally, all I could do then was always put breast in his mouth. Take breast. Suck. I didn't know how else to console this little human being, and I couldn't give him back to anybody because they are just gonna return him. Number 3. I remember waking up one night and I said, oh my, life is over. See, you will never grasp what sleepless night is until you become a mom. Like, could you imagine what Mary felt? Yes, despite he's the savior, I'm sure Jesus cried that night, give me food, give me food. It came to my head and I said, my life is over. You mean I'll be waking up at night like every other 2 hours or something just to feed a little human being? I felt it was the end for me. It wasn't easy at that point. New moms, you know, moms out there, you're not alone. We all went through this, you know, but trust me, you're going to overcome it. Just hang in there, it will be over soon, all right? Number 4, so wait, if I want to go out I can't go, usually when you're a single or you don't have a baby yet, you can just, I'm going to the store, I need to go out, one outing or the other. You just package yourself, you don't go. You will just go. But now that you are a mom, honestly, it doesn't happen like that. Before you go out, you have to reason 10 times, like, what do I need? Nappies, wipes, food, clothes, extra clothing, blankets. Like, you start thinking of everything, a bag. Oh my goodness. I remember one time I just told myself, are you sure you thought about this? Did you really think about this before you went into it? Let's just sleep and wake up from this dream. I think this is a dream. Honestly, I felt that way and I thought it. Like, I think I should just wake up and try it again. Maybe I didn't think about it before I start. It's a bad dream. Gloria, wake up and we'll start again in 2 years' time. Oh goodness, I actually really thought about that. No jokes. Number 5. One thing that you never really grasp as a mom or as a parent, I want to believe, I don't know about dads, I'm not a dad, but for a mother, one thing you would never really grasp is how the shout or the cry of your little one, the tears of your baby, how it pierced through your heart. I never thought I could feel that way for anybody, especially the first child. Once, I remember when I was in the hospital and I was just there, I said, let me go and shower, give myself some treats in the bathroom, and I heard this baby crying. In my head, I thought Zoe was crying, my son was crying, so I could not be comfortable. For the first time, I was not comfortable. I was like, what is happening? I was rushing. Oh my goodness, my baby's crying, my baby's crying. And I ran out and I saw that Bros was quiet. Another baby was crying, but I thought it was my son and my heart was pounding like, oh, he's hungry, oh, he's hungry. You can never fathom how deep a mom's love is for a child. Like, truly, that was new to me. It was new to me. It took a while, before it started fading off. But for a long time, my son's cry will always pierce through my heart. I'm like, stop crying. What's the reason? Like, if he's crying, I can literally feel it, inside. I don't know how. Motherhood. Yes, I felt that way. Did you feel that way as well? All our new moms. Number 6. One thing I noticed is dads are amazing and I know they're always supportive, but I think sometimes they also feel helpless. When, especially at that newborn phase, when they don't have the breast to feed the baby, especially if you're doing an exclusive and maybe you have not expressed in the bottle. Sometimes you even express in the bottle and the child is not taking it. Dads can feel helpless, and at the end of the day, they just come to meet you. I think the load most of the time falls on the mom. Yeah, I realized that as well. No matter how helpful your partner wants to be or your husband wants to be, sometimes they can't help it as well. They just say, this baby is crying too much, and the minute the baby lands on your hand, it's like magic. They just stop. How do they know? Can someone tell me? How do they know when they're in mommy's hand? I think it's a science. Even me, I was reasoning it then when the baby would be crying up and down. I've tried all like good bouncing, and I'll give it to this mom that is just sitting down in one place and the baby just stops. God, you're amazing. You're amazing. Number 7. If you think as a lady, changing pads, this is TMI. It's not anything bad. If you think when you're changing your pads, in that time of the month, you think it is work, wait until you experience motherhood. You'll be changing nappies on per second video. I remember like some Petra, hi, this girl can, as you're changing this one, the next one is following. As poop, If you think changing pads, you feel like, oh, those 3 days are so stressful, those 4 days are so stressful. Wait until changing nappies becomes a hobby. Literally, changing of nappies can become your hobby. Like, I was trying to change my son's nappy in church on Sunday, and I think literally it took me like 10 seconds, and he's like 2 years old. I just so a friend of mine that was there, she just excused, she went to get something before she came back, and it wasn't long. When I say 10 seconds, I'm not joking, it wasn't long, and she went and came back. I was done, like I'm already drawing up his trousers, and she's like, "Are you done?" I'm like, "Yes." Changing nappy becomes your hobby, and you became a pro. Hey, goodness, so I can't believe this. Me, Gloria. Things can irritate me so bad. Like, I grew up with I'm very sensitive, but I can't believe it that I can change nappy like a pro now. Number 8. One thing that nobody really tells you, is, the way their tears, their cry can pierce through your heart. No one tells you how the first smiles and the subsequent smiles afterwards, how it will pierce through your heart, your soul, your mind, your spirit, your bones, and you just be like this. They're so yummy, they're so lovely. Babies will show you pepper with sleeplessness and cries and nappy changes and feeding and biting on your nipples and all of that. You feel stressed, but the minute you see that first smile, it doesn't matter they are 2 weeks old or 5 days old, and they just smile, even if it's mistaken smile, missed smile, your heart, your spirit is elated. It's like, stress me, I am yours. Just stress me, my payment is a smile. Hey, goodness, motherhood, parenthood. Sometimes I was just imagine looking at my husband, and then when Zoe was a baby, and even Petra, just that little smile. And he may be so stressed, he has gone out of his way, he's so tired, sleeplessness, and he sees that smile, and he's just there. Oh my goodness, it is beautiful. See, and God knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, because left to some persons that will throw away this baby, you're stressing my life. But that first smile and subsequent smiles is just amazing, It's amazing. All right, number 9. Do you know how proud fathers can be? Hey, daddies can be super proud. If you have a husband that is not very good with buying gifts, like mine. See, my husband and I think we are the same in this. We are not very good with gifts. It's not part of our love languages a lot. But I was surprised when it comes to buying gifts and clothing and all the beautiful things for his children. He goes out of his way. Like, this is a mystery. It is a mystery. My husband usually will go out, it's not the shopping type, but now he goes out and he's looking around baby clothes section and getting nice things. I'm like, bros, we don't plan for this one. It's like, leave it. It's for my son. Leave it. It's for my daughter. Hey, please, me too, I'm somebody's child. Buy something for me. But daddies can be the most amazing daddies, when they have kids. They can just go out of their way for everything. All right, number 10. How suddenly you know everything about a child is a mystery. You don't have the know-how. You didn't go to school to be trained. You didn't study baby language. You didn't study sign language. But all of a sudden, you understand every single cue that the child gives to you. You even understand the baby sometimes more than yourself. Sometimes you're crying and you don't even know why you're crying. But your baby is crying 80% of the time. You know why they are crying, except it has gone colic and all of that has come in, which you need medical attention for. But otherwise, nobody tells you this. But you just understand, most especially the mom, you just feel like, I think he wants to sleep now. He's hungry, he's hot, he's cold, he needs to poop. Man, you become a boss of understanding babies. It is a mystery, and God is like everything. I just attribute it to God because He is amazing. How much more if we as parents, we can understand our kids like that just by looking at them and they are not speaking. How much more when we speak to God? Before we even speak, He's there for us. He said even before you speak, He has heard, He has answered. Before you utters it out of your mouth. So motherhood, and you just relate it to God, it's beautiful. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, before this video comes to an end. And if you watched up to this part, before I give you my last point, please subscribe, okay? Remember, in RIA'S Cup, we'll talk about family, we'll talk about motherhood, and we'll talk about courtesy, especially courtesy in every area. As if that is what you like, please click on the subscribe button and join the family, okay? Lastly, you never know how deep you can love until you become a mom. Like, it flows, it's natural. You don't know how you love endlessly. It is endless. That is why once you become a mom, it's forever. Whether this child gets to 60 years, become a grandfather, grandmother themselves, you are still a mom. You pray for them, you love them, you wish them well. Now when you become a mom, you just understand why even while you're in university, you're out, they always call you, are you okay? Your parents are always calling you, what are you doing right now? Have you eaten? I'm like, chill, I'm not a child anymore. But yes, that is what motherhood is about. You never know how compassionately you can love. And even though these children upset you, you're angry, get out of here. The minute they are running and they fell and they bruised themselves, you're like, are you okay? Are you okay? What is happening? Oh my goodness. How did I get here? Well, all the same, to wrap this up, I'm very grateful to God, and I will do it all over again in a heartbeat. I know I'm just starting out. I'm just 2 years plus into being a mother, but I will do it all over again. And I know that God, is very mindful of us. His love for us is, the writer says it's reckless, but I hate using that word, but his love is overwhelming, and that is how I see a mother's love. That has brought me to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button, subscribe, leave us a comment. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Yes, I'm just going to have a blast today. I'm going to church, and have a wonderful Christmas. Merry Christmas, guys. Take care. Thank you very much.